I'm going to invite up Mr. Ato Afo, Managing Director, Graphic Communications Group, to give us a welcome address and to also set out exactly why we're here. Please, round of applause.
Our Director in charge of Tertiary Education at the Ministry of Education, Dr. Eric Nkansa, our proud and committed sponsoring partners from the Institute of Chartered Accountants, Ghana, and the CEO is present, Kwesi Ajiman, the team from Institute of Chartered Accountants, Ghana, our partners from PwC, Compu Ghana, MTN, AB InBev, GOIL, the editor, Graphic Business, our quiz master, management and staff of the Graphic Communications Group Limited, representatives of our media partner, the Media General Group represented by TV3, Connect FM, Akuma FM, amongst others, our other members of the media hearing present, our contesting business schools, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the launch of version 4.0 of the Graphic Business Tertiary Business Sense Challenge. The theme for this edition is the role of business students in shaping national economic discourse. I'll repeat that. The role of business students in shaping national economic discourse. I think that it is meet that we have such a conversation with our young business students, amongst others, as party to this, as they seek to prefer solutions that would enable us make things better for Ghana that we are all proud of. The Tertiary Business Challenge brings together students in business schools of tertiary institutions to compete and unearth their business insights and entrepreneurial appreciation while we prepare them for socio-economic development and contributions to Mother Ghana. To our contestants, I wish to observe that how you get about doing something is the greatest indicator of success, and consistency in application also drives ultimate growth and development. Previous editions of this competition have seen us witnessing very keen contests as teams strive against each other to stay in the competition while their respective supporters cheer them on. One of such unyielding and indefatigable teams is the University of Cape Coast, who come into this edition with bragging rights. And for now, Cape Coast is two-time winners in a competition that is entering its fourth season. I must say that this edition of this competition also promises to be highly competitive, as many business schools troop in to register and pitch their business skills against the best in the land. With an expanded coverage and scope, the group stages would witness various contests across some select campuses. So unlike previously where everything had happened out of Accra, in this edition and in this version 4.0, we're actually going to break this initiative starting from the northern region. To all competing schools, I wish to say that this whole world is a stage. Sometimes the stage is the world, and ambition is the path to greatness. So contest, be at your best, show off the skills that you've acquired in the learnings that your professors and other academics have enabled you with over time, and may the best school win. I close by taking this opportunity again to thank all our sponsors for their immense contribution to scholarship and to preparing our next generation of corporate and business students. And to our quiz master, Godspeed. Thank you.
I'm going to invite up on stage now to give us the keynote address, Dr. Eric Nkansa, Director in charge of Tertiary Education, Ministry of Education. Good morning.
The MD of Graphic Communications, Mr. Atuafo. The Quizmaster, my own friend and brother, Alasan Traoli. The representative of ICAG CEO, Joyce Edu. Rep of Compu Ghana. Representative of PricewaterhouseCoopers. Representative of MTN. The media present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. All other protocols duly observed. I convey to you the best wishes and felicitations from the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Yao Osei Edichum. But for some other equally important event, he would have been personally join us this morning. I therefore have the singular honor to share a few remarks on his behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm highly privileged to be part of this launch of this year's Graphic Tertiary Sense Challenge, version 4.0. I understand that this is a brainchild of Graphic Communications Group Limited, with the main aim of increasing the practical and real-world business knowledge base of students, and to contribute to the application of what they study in school. I want to use this opportunity to highly commend Graphic Communications for such a wonderful initiative. We're proud of you. I am particularly excited about the fact that the quiz competition assembles the business schools in our public and private universities across the country to meet on a common platform to showcase their intellectual abilities. This is in no doubt an important contribution to the tertiary education space in Ghana. Congratulations, Aiko. Let me also commend the sponsors of this noble competition: the Institute of Chartered Accountants, ICAG, Compu Ghana, PricewaterhouseCoopers, MTN, and the media partners, particularly the Media General, TV3, for such an important contribution to this program. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know and appreciate the value of education, in particular tertiary education. Since the days of Gordon Godesberg, there has been a consensus that education is a lever for the socioeconomic transformation of this country. Education helps to raise the poor from poverty by increasing the value and efficiency of their labor. The global trends in development suggest a strong positive correlation between education and economic growth. Thus, no country can achieve sustainable economic development without substantial investment in its human capital. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana's gross tertiary enrollment ratio currently stands at 20%, an increase from last year's 18.84%, falling short of the target of 25% envisaged by the Education Strategic Plan. This has a significant effect on producing a quality workforce across the various sectors of the economy and ultimately Ghana's GDP growth. Studies show that 60% of GDP in developed countries is mostly contributed by the workforce that have some form of tertiary education. Therefore, higher gross tertiary enrollment ratio is a crucial driver for socioeconomic transformation in any country. It is therefore not by accident that countries with more than 40% gross tertiary enrollment ratio are developing faster. At the last State of the Nation's address, the President of the land, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, underscored government's commitment to increase the gross tertiary enrollment ratio to 40% by 2030. Thus, any effort from all stakeholders across the country aimed at whipping up the interest in tertiary education, such as the Graphic Tertiary Business Sense Challenge, should be very much encouraged. Be assured, before I take my seat, therefore, that the government of Ghana, through the Ministry of Education, led by the Honorable Dr. Yao Osei Edichum, will continue to support this program and to partner with you to achieve the objectives of this program. I wish you a successful event, and I thank you for your attention.
I'd like to ask upstage Mr. Kwesi Agyeman, CEO, ICAG, to talk to us a little bit about version 4.0. I beg your pardon, in the form this morning of Madam Joyce Edu. Round of applause, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning to everyone. And I extend warm regards from the council, management, and staff of ICA. And a sincere apology from Paul Kwesi Agyeman. So I stand on the existing protocols, and I thank each and everyone for coming here this morning. And I'm reading his speech. It's not mine, it's his. He says, and he quoted Malcolm X, "Education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." On behalf of the organizing team of Tertiary Business Sense Challenge 4.0, I take this opportunity to welcome one and each one of you to this auspicious occasion. The presence of all distinguished guests will encourage all the participants put up their effort. It's only due to the effort of the graphic communication that we are all gathered here today on this platform, which will allow us to share our ideas and views. And if we work together, we can effectively organize various secular and non-secular activities that will help develop our students' personality, which is the prime aim of education today. We have all assembled here to encourage, appreciate, nurture our young talents in the form of inter-tertiary competition. One of the most thrilling effects about life on earth is that competition is inevitable, and which I do agree. In our day-to-day activities, we see competition all over us. The competition encourages individuals to discover their abilities to succeed and to get the best life has to offer, whilst the rest of us are left without nothing if you don't participate in competition. Competition is a situation in which people or organizations compete for something that everyone can have. Education, on the other hand, is the process of training, learning, and teaching to improve knowledge and develop skills. Since competition exists in all facets of life, then education is no exception. It is critical to understand the significance of such competition at any point in time in life. When students are introduced to competition, most students demonstrate that they begin to perform better in their academic activities. And same as our lecturers, who also enhance their research abilities and skills. Healthy rivalry competition increases productivity, which I do think we agree with him. Thus, education to remain relevant in today's world, The spirit of healthy competition is indispensable. Competition education raises the bar for students or schools that their demands become so high. And competition education also brings students to the pedestal that they compete with their colleagues healthily. And as I said, competition also enhances the teachers and the tutors and the lecturers' ability to research deeper and become more armed in modern knowledge. We at ICA, it's so welcoming to know that the version 4.0 of Tertiary Business Sense Challenge is moving the train to the regional capitals to indulge students in a business drill. We are at ICA happy to support this initiative, and we pledge our unflinching support to the team and organizers of this competition. Remember that opportunity knocks at the door of everyone, but persons who recognize it becomes the true winners in life. Regardless of the outcome of this competition, every participant is a winner. So keep the positive attitude, students, and be a good athlete. Since there is no life without sports and no sports without competition, this competition is a sport. Once again, on behalf of the Council, management and staff of ICAG, we wish the organizers, the students, the lecturers, and everyone who is involved in this activity the very best. Congratulations to the winner that we are hoping to, but this time not UCC, I guess. University of Ghana. Thank you.
I'm going to also invite up on stage Mr. Charles Okine, Acting Editor, Graphic Business, to give us an address, please.
My MD, rep of the Minister of Education, our sponsors, students, and invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of my team at Graphic Business, I wish to welcome you all once again to the launch of the 4th edition of the Graphic Business Tertiary Business Sense Challenge. This competition has been modeled, as we all know, to help business students at the tertiary level to be abreast of issues around business and the economy as a whole. It is also to test the knowledge of our dear students from various tertiary institutions across the country, while encouraging them to patronize the most widely read financial business paper in the country today. That's the Graphic Business. Our paper, or your paper, is rich with content from people from academia and industry. A rich blend which allows every reader to appreciate the theory and practice of business. We cover the news and publish insights, insightful articles from banking to insurance, aviation, ICT, agric, housing, and many other areas within the real sectors of the economy. Much as we cover events when invited, we most often go behind the scenes to answer what we call in journalism, so what? To enable our cherished readers to appreciate the rationale behind every policy or issue we report on. This is what makes our paper unique and distinct from the pack. In terms of our contribution to national discourse, students and invited guests, this year's theme for the competition, the role of business students in shaping national economic discourse, was chosen based on a careful analysis of trends. It is also meant to alert business students about their responsibility in helping to shape our economy. There are many policies, initiatives, and programs which have been introduced by the government to help the youth of the country become entrepreneurs after school, and not only rely on government to provide direct jobs at the various MDAs. It is time to take this serious interest in the national economy by sharing their views and opinions to make informed suggestions on policies, particularly those designed to help them. This is crucial because it is only through that those initiatives can benefit them. My special appeal at this juncture is to corporate Ghana to give massive support to this event to make it more competitive and one of the biggest events on the national calendar. These are the future corporate leaders who need support to be able to take up the mantle of leadership in the coming years. This is an area we want to see corporate Ghana spend more money as part of their CSR package. Like the Maths and Science quiz, this is more about building capacity of people or the youth who will run our economy and business, which is the lifeblood of the country. In conclusion, I know that UCC won, and due to COVID, they have still held on to the title for more than a year or so. They have to be beaten this time round. But by which school? I thank you all for listening to me, and may the best school win. I wish to invite the quizmaster who will give you some perspectives about how the program will run. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much to our earlier speakers for laying out the principles and the concepts surrounding this program. Indeed, it's always refreshing to be on this stage. We've done it for 3 times, and anytime I get to this stage, it feels like it's still the first. The excitement is always there. So we are once again excited to be back and then to try to test the smartest and the brightest business students that we can find in the country. So this program promises to be exciting. There are a number of changes that we want to implement this year. Like the MD said, this time the preliminary stages is going to be in a zonal form. We are going to zone the country into 3. We have the northern zone, which is made up of 5 regions in the north. So as you can see from the map of Ghana, we have Upper West region, Upper East region, Upper West, Upper East, Northeast. The northern region is Savannah region, Bono East, and then Ashanti regions. All of those will be part of the northern sector or the northern zone, which contest will take place in Kumasi at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. We have the East-Southern zone, which is going to be made up of the Eastern region, the Volta region, the OT region, the Greater Accra region. And that is going to take place in Accra. And then we have the final zone, which is the West-Southern zone, made up of the Western North, the Western region, and then the Central region, which competition will take place in Cape Coast. Now we are going to have zonal champions. And each zone is also going to be represented by some number of institutions. For example, from the northern zone, we are likely to have 3 institutions representing the zone at the quarterfinal stage. So the first 3 winners, or the 4. So 4 institutions will qualify from the northern zone to come down south for the quarterfinal contest. Then we have from the East-Southern zone, we are likely to have 6 institutions. And these will represent those institutions that will come from the Greater Accra, the Eastern, the Volta, and the OT regions. And then from the Southwestern zone, we have 2 institutions representing that zone. So now we are going to have 12 schools in the quarterfinal stage, and these schools will battle it out for a place in the semifinals. In the semifinals, we are going to have 3 contests. That is, the winners from the 6 contests in the quarterfinals will go to the semifinals, and then from the semifinals, we have 3 schools qualifying for the finals. So another innovation is that this time, instead of 2 schools going into the finals, we are going to have 3 schools in the finals. We are going to have first, second, third. That is one innovation that's also coming. One other change is that this time there will be 2 contestants on stage instead of the previous 3. So we advise that you train your contestants very well. 2 will be on stage at any particular time. Of course, you can do your usual substitution, but at any particular point in time, there will be only 2 students on stage. The questions this time are also going to be very practical, because we want to let our people who are in the private sector, who are in the business world, to learn from the competition or from the contest that will help them in their work. We are also going to implement the case study from the semi-final stage this time. Last year it was in the finals and then the third and fourth contest, but this time we'll start with it from the semi-final stage. Now, to the ones we know already, the contest is, each contest is going to be structured into 5 rounds. Round 1 will be on theory, which will test our contestants' knowledge of the basic principles and theories in business. We want to know how well they understand the principles, the models, the theories surrounding business operations. Round 2 will be on calculations, where we test your knowledge on how you're able to apply the principles to business problems. Round 3 will be the business case of the day, where we test our contestants' knowledge. We test some basic skills in the round 3. For instance, we want to see how you're able to work as a team to bring out your solution. We want to test your problem solving skills, because we give you a problem and you work as a team to bring out a common solution. Round 3 will also test your presentation skills, especially when we get to the semi-final stage, where you need to present your solution to a panel. Similarly, we want to test your organizing skills, how you're able to organize your solution and present to people. Round 4 is usually divided into 2 segments. The first segment is a graphic business segment, where we want to find out your appreciation of the business news. How well are you able to read business news and make informed decisions or understand the news that is captured in the most authoritative business newspaper, the graphic business newspaper. Round 3 or round 4 will also talk about true or false, where I read out, or the quiz masters or mistress will read out some statements to indicate if those statements are true or false. That will also test your understanding of the principles. The final round is usually on riddles, and we want to find out how you know the principles well, who or what we are referring to at or when we ask the question. So basically that is going to be the structure of the competition this year. The difference is in the zonal contest, and because it's going to be in zones, we are likely to have 2 or 3 other quiz masters or mistresses joining in the various zones. The reason is to train others to take over. Also, because we are going to be running the competition concurrently, we want to beat down on time. So we have different quiz masters or mistresses run the competition in the various zones. So basically, if you ask me, this is what will be different this year. We've had 3 editions so far. The University of Cape Coast, like you have said, have won it twice. The University for Development Studies, UDS, have won it once. We want to see which institution is going to win this year. People are saying UCC shouldn't win, but who should win? It's a matter up for discussion. I believe every institution is prepared, and hopefully when we get to the contest itself, we will see who is who. The stage is therefore set. The rules have been laid down. Ladies and gentlemen, may the best school win. We are ready for you. Thank you very much.
The Tertiary Business Sense Challenge 4.0 is backed by some heavyweight sponsors. I'm going to be inviting up on stage Paula and Gifty from PwC to give us a few remarks. Round of applause, please, for Paula and for Gifty.
This is PwC. Very excited to partner with you. Just using the existing protocols observed, we have this initiative that we think it's always a need in the market. I mean, we are trying to grow as a nation. Our people are trying to also improve and make some marks or impact on the economy. But I think for the education system that we have now, we all need to make some input and try to get it to the level that we aspire or admire from the other nations. So PwC is definitely excited to partner with you, and we are going to also give you the assurance that as much as possible in any way we can, would give you the value that is needed, would contribute to the very level to make this even more admirable than the national signs that we see out there. So we are in it with you together. And hopefully we'll get a lot more exciting competition even this year and see people grow and get to a very remarkable positions in the state. So thank you so much, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.
From MTN, can I please have up on stage Winnie Jidonu?
From MTN, we're very excited to be a part of this quiz competition once again. I represent Ayoba. I hope you all have it installed on your devices. We're very happy to be a part of anything that has to do with the youth, anything that will help with education. And I would just like to thank you today for this opportunity to partner with you and to move forward in the development of Ghana's business youth. Thank you.
ABL has been partnering the Graphic Communication Group for a number of programs, and the Tertiary Business Sense is one of them. The reason why we joined this initiative is that as the students are engaged in this competition, they will need a product that is nourishing, that is fortifying with nutrients, that will help them boost their energy as they engage in this healthy competition. And our product, Better Malt, is going to do just that. So what I have for the students is that I wish them the very best. They should put in their very best and to leverage on this program to bring out the best in them. Thank you.
I work with MTN. I represent Ayoba, a super app that we represent or we have. The impact I think this will have in students is that it will give them abreast of the economic issues in Ghana. Yeah, definitely.
So what's your message to students as this competition begins?
That the working world out there is very competitive, and that you need to be abreast of what's happening in the world. You need to come up with your own ideas and be innovative. And I think that this competition will help you to start thinking in that way. So take it seriously and do your best.
For more news, visit graphic.com.gh or log on to Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube at GraphicGH.
Subscribe now.